Let's go. We have no UI. Now we have UI. All right, epic. Thanks, DE. Wait, why did it say treaty here for a sec? That's okay. Whatever, we'll ignore that. See you in 30k points. Hopefully some of the issues you'll have been able to fix, especially using your military in early castle age. That's one thing that you gotta do. You gotta learn to put pressure. Honestly, your booming is probably pretty... Actually, your booming is fine. I think what you want to do is 1 TC siege push. Practice your 1 TC siege push, and that's gonna help you use your resources and yeah, get you good at using the res for that. So like Night Siege, just practice that, and that's gonna fix some of the things that you have issues with. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, that was a shift Q mistake. Yeah, Fatal Skeptic, he's 800, 850. He streams as well. So guys, go check him out if you want to see some low elo legend. He plays with like a super huge monitor. He sees everything. All right, so we have Koreans versus Ethiopians. Honestly, like at this level, it doesn't really matter the Civ matchup as much, but we will talk a little bit about it. But I think the focus is gonna be improving your own efficiency. My biggest advice for people who are like, even like 1100, even up to 1300 or whatever, just ignore what your opponent is doing and just focus on your own game. Like, focus on building your base properly, macroing, like keeping the TC running, keeping your military producing, attacking when you have your military, like stuff like that. Just don't even care what your opponent is doing. Let's take a look at your scouting, because that's also important. Okay, I like, you know what? You could have like 2 houses here, and that would be almost walled. No need to go too far out here. But yeah, 2 houses here, and then it's like, this side's walled, and then you just wall this side. Yeah, actually, this would be sick. You could go to here, though. You could make bigger walls to here. It's not a bad idea. As long as you get wall eventually. All right. Q above... What? Q above score. What? Okay, anyways. Let's take a look at this lure. Sweet. We had a little bit of idle time, but it's not really the biggest deal. Scouting is okay, too. You found everything. Found everything, so now it's time to go forward. One thing I will say is you want to get used to manually sending your vills to the other side, so you want to have 2 on one side and 2 on one side. It's going to be the most efficient. Also, for maximum efficiency, you can actually chop the corner tile with 1 vill. You can get one to chop the corner tile that's closer, and then 1 to chop this tile. So you can have them chopping the closest tile. It's just a little thing. It's not a big deal, but splitting them 2 on one side, 2 on the other side, that's going to give you a little bit more wood to work with. Okay, cool. Pushing deer at 800? What a legend. Can we get it in? Oh boy. Can we get it in without idle TC? That's the question. Sick. Nice. You don't have to force drop there to shoot it. Usually I just shoot it and then get them to go back to work or whatever, but anyways, this works. Nice. Fixing the idols pretty quickly. I like to, like, after the boar's done, I like to have them shift Q to the next thing so I don't have to think about it. And we're bringing the other boar. Nice. This guy, go to the berries. Perfect. Perfect. Instead of, like, getting all flustered and being like, oh, what do I do with this guy? You send him to the berries instantly. That's what you want to do. But again, he should have been sent to the other side. So you wanna distribute them more evenly. Okay. Nice. You know your garrison hotkey. Oh yeah. He's not gonna die, but sketchy. Yeah. See, this is one thing. You're consistently just sending them to the same side. It does matter. You're gonna get a little bit more food just by simply sending them to the other side. Also, watch for the weak vills. You don't want to send weak vills out here too. Okay. Nice. We're gonna, yeah, I don't think you need to push another deer. I think it's better to at least know where your opponent is. Like, look, these vills, they're doing nothing because they're trying to be on this same side. So if you just manually separate them. It's nice. You can also shift Q to the next berries as well, because usually, like when they drop or when they finish a forage bush, they'll go all the way around the mill to the other side. So yeah, just little efficiency. Okay, this mining camp. So let's take a look at the mining. Let's take a look at the most efficient place to place this. So there are two most efficient. There's one that is going to bring in the most gold, and there's one that is going to be just like better in general because it's not as risky. So one way of placing it is here and having 2 vills on the inside of the hole, 1 on the outside and 1 on the outside. You have 4 vills that don't even have to move to drop off. But then you could, if archers get here, they can kill the vills on the inside of the hole. So you generally don't want to do that for gold. But if you see that there's 3 tiles in a row for the gold, you want to place the camp on this side, because then there's 3 long tiles and you're going to be able to fit a lot of vills there. This is just like kind of too far away anyways. It's barely efficient on the bottom, but yeah. If you place it here, then it's going to be closer to the TC as well. If you get attacked, you can just move your vills that would have been collecting from here and then just get them to the TC. So closer to the TC is a lot, it's good a lot of the time too. There we go. Click the flag. Oh, global queues. Wait, oh yeah, sorry. Here we go. Usually I have capture age, but it decided to not work on my computer anymore. So anyways. Okay, so you don't see your opponent yet, but oh, we're making militia. Gonna go for a men-at-arms rush. Okay. Let's get the men-at-arms upgrade. Well, you only have 2, but still, you could get the men-at-arms upgrade. Men-at-arms archers is usually a strategy that I recommend to people once they get to like 1200, 1300, at least. It's really hard to execute this. Like, look, we've got a lot of idle TC. We don't even have the men-at-arms upgrade coming in. I think this is the kind of thing that you gotta practice it really slowly against AI. There we go. So, one thing I will say is, as soon as the range is done, you should just make 1 vill, build constant houses this entire way. Maybe even get a gate here. It's fine. But yeah, idle TC this whole time. Since you reached feudal age, I think you maybe made 1 vill, maybe not. Finally, the vills are coming in, but that was big. So this is why I recommend just playing scout strategy until you get to like, yeah, 1100, 1200, and then try and branch out, because it's a lot simpler. So the strategy doesn't really matter as much at this level if you could get more units. Oh, and there's a free kill. He's using a weak vill here. Oh, well, he doesn't have loom anyways. You might even get him. Let's go. That's a dead vill. Nice. Okay. Let's watch the vill count, though. No matter what happens here, every 25 seconds you have to kill a vill if you're not going to queue vills. Oh. We're missing it. He's got his scout, though. This vill. You will maybe... Okay, we're just going to retreat. Okay. Okay, so the problem is not queuing vills here, but looks like the opponent also is the same way. So don't worry. If you catch yourself not queuing vills, just queue more vills, and then it's fine. So at this point, okay, let's take a pause. So at this point, all your military's dead. You want to pull everything back. Just select all military. Look, I press the select all military hotkey. We have all 4 archers, no matter where they are. All 4 archers, we want to group them up. We don't want to spend them in 1 by 1. So this would have been fine to send them in 1 by 1 if we had a military forward just to reinforce. But if all the military's dead, we want a macro. So we want to click them all in here. Maybe set our range rally point. Like, we've got our range. Set that there. Select all military, set them here. Just have them around the same area. And if you have your military on this side of your base, make sure this side's walled. So you just make a little palisade wall here, you make a palisade wall here, and you're good. Because then you can defend this side. Because you just lost your military forward, which means that your opponent is going to go for a counterattack. Or at least they should be. So what you do, you secure your base, you get all of your military back, set your rally point back so they don't run forward. Then we want to focus on spending all the wood. So we want to check lumber camp, we want to check the mill to see if we have the upgrades. Get those upgrades if you don't have them. Find the straggler tree vills, build farms with all of the wood. So if you get farms with all the wood, this is where you do it. Because this is kind of a point where the game You have a little bit of time before your opponent can reach your base, so you want to do all those things. He pushes you now, exactly. Because he killed all your army, so it just makes sense to go forward, right? So if we send them in one by one, they're just gonna get picked off. Yeah, and here he comes. Here he comes. If you have all your military here, defend the back with the palisades. We macro properly. You got the farms down. This is good. This is a start. We have way too many on the gold, though. You had your rally point. Yeah, you still have your rally point to gold. Also, the rally point is to the center gold, so they're gonna get really stuck. Look at how stuck these vills are gonna get. That's not gonna be efficient. Actually, they kind of figured it out pretty easily there. That was good. Better than I thought, but anyways. So we have 8 units queued. Yeah, exactly. Another range. You know it. Good idea to add the range here. But you're also missing... Oh, no, you have the blacksmith, too. Okay, never mind. But yeah, this is a problem, losing those individual units, because every unit counts in the early game. And he doesn't have any upgrades, though. So if you can just click the fletching button, we just get rid of all these skirms in the queue. We just get fletching, and then you're okay. Yeah, we got fletching. You can control click these. If you control click these from the global queue, you can cancel them from the global queue. So if you need food, because you needed food for vills. Well, you're not focused on making the vills, but that's one thing. Is if you really want to improve, you got to focus on constant villager production. That will just 100%, like, you will be 200 elo higher just for free if you just continue to make vills, because you're just going to have way more than your opponent. Even with no military control or anything, you just make vills, and then you make like 20 archers, and then you just patrol across the map. If your opponent plays like this and he has like 4 archers, you don't need micro to beat 4 archers with 20 archers. So that's really what it is. But the military, or the vill count, is about the same. You're getting your walls up. He just lost his military, so now is the time for you to go and attack him. It's kind of funny, like both players lost their military, but you're on 2 ranges, so you're spamming a lot of military here. It's a good time to go use it, and this is good. So you are, looks like you're going across the map. This is good. Hopefully you have them in a control group. You just select all military, control group. Now we can double click. Now we can double click all of them easily. So yeah, learn your select all military hotkey. It's really useful. It's obviously not good practice to always use it, but at this level, it's honestly fine. Like, you need to be focusing more on the macro aspect. Like here, okay, this is just a strategic decision that's maybe wrong. You don't need to force a fight when you have less than him. That's the thing. Your only advantage here is that you have better upgrades, but you don't have enough units anyways. So it's better to just not take that fight and just group up more. You are chilling at home with your skirms though, so that's one thing. If you have everything together. Like, one issue is your guys kind of, they went on their own, or they didn't get grouped up before you sent them across the map. Now you will kill all of these vills because your opponent forgot loom. So that's really lucky for you. And that just equalized the vill count, so that's very nice. What's a good hotkey for select all military? I use the default, which is shift and comma. I just hit the comma with my thumb, and it works really well. But you have to have big enough hands for that to be comfortable. Okay. So you're gonna be able to go up to Castle Age here. Now look at this. Now we are spending. I don't even think you marketed, did you? That's just good spending at this point. So good. You spend all your wood. That's the key. All the wood. But the main issue that's holding you back here is not keeping the TC running. Control X. Yeah. Control X I use for go to mill. And Control Z is go to lumber camp. I don't like using control or like two keys for a lot of things, so that's why, even though those are accessible, it's like, it's fine, it works. Thinking you were idling after 600 food to click up. Yeah. It's sometimes okay. Okay. Does piano help you stretch that far? I don't think it changes the bone structure of my hands, but it does help to have big hands to play piano as well. Not using Control X for anything. Yeah. It's useful to use these, like, yeah, even Control S for blacksmith. Control V. Yeah, Control V is my market hotkey. So yeah, I do use them. Control F is mining camp, which I don't actually use. I should probably start using that. anyways, enough of that. Gate here, very nice. One thing that you can do with your gate is if you have a layer of palisades already, place it behind the layer of palisades and then just delete one tile so that there's only one tile gap. Whereas this palisade gate is the weakest point in your wall. So if you don't have another reinforcing layer in front, it can go down pretty quickly. Why use Control F, for example, not F? Because F is something else. F is probably... Oh, I probably create, like, some units with F or something. Yeah. How many vills did Blue lose? Not very many. I don't think Blue lost any vills. He just didn't create very many vills. That was the problem. Flank formation. Yeah, it's probably, like, something like that. I don't know. Okay. So crossbowman, but you have more than enough. You just gotta be patient. Wait for your upgrades. Don't try and force it. Look at this. He's going directly for the palisade gate, just like I'm saying. Like, man, it's just a weak point in your walls. It's almost better. Just don't even make it. Just delete before you go out. Or what you can do is make a stone gate. That's actually good. You just make a stone gate. Even if you have palisade walls, you just make a stone gate. Because it's just, they always get in on the gate. So you gotta be careful about those. And the gate is always on the front, obviously, because that's where you want to leave your base. So it's in the most vulnerable position, and then it's a vulnerable building. So adding a siege workshop, okay, not a bad idea. 33 vills, yeah, no, but like those macro timings do not apply at this elo. Like we're not even considering that. That's like 1200 and above. That's where we start considering like proper timings for things. Like here, it's more about the decision making and the fundamental macro. Just like the TC is constantly not working. How do we position our units, or like where do we keep our units so that they're actually useful? Building up that early on is good. The less you have to touch your units, the better. The more you're focused on just keeping the TC running, spending the resources, that's the real key if you wanna improve. And once that becomes automatic, once you don't have to think about that kind of stuff, then you start doing fancy stuff with your military. But yeah, like the siege workshop addition here was good if your opponent has too much military, but you did see that he didn't have enough military there. You kind of scouted him with that spearman, so it would have been a good time to go forward. I think you're kind of scared of what he has, but one thing that you have to do here is scout what your opponent is doing by attacking. You know that he was going for ranged units, and you know that you're also going for ranged units. So what that means is if you attack him and he has too many units, you can just retreat because he doesn't have more mobility than you. He's not going knights, especially as the Ethiopians. He's not going to go knights. So if you attack, as long as he doesn't do like a 300 IQ play and like come from a back wood line or something, like come and flank you or whatever, then you're probably okay. So you know he's here, and instantly you move the army. That's really good. Really good. I'd love to see ballistics come in. Ballistics is a very useful upgrade. Look, your opponent doesn't have upgrades though, so you will stomp this. There we go. Okay, it's okay. Oh, he has knights. Okay, well, these are not going to do anything. He just invested 1,000,000 resources into these knights. This is the time to just go out. I think you don't want to be scared of these knights. Always, or not always, but like, if you see a lot of military, click the opponent's military, check for upgrades. Get into the habit of that. Yeah. You have full upgrades on the crossbowman. You just gotta go. Just gotta go. That's the way to go. He's trying to do too many things. If you just attack, you will stomp what he has. But you are missing... You're missing ballistics. That's the one thing that you're really missing here. Okay, you got one shot. Come on. Shoot. There we go. You will crush this. Even if he tries to send in the knights, no, you just killed him. You killed him for free. Come on. Kill them for free. Kill them for free. He has mangonel. Those mangonels are scary, though. Oh, no. There we go. Okay, shoot. I'm pretty sure you one-shot them here, by the way. Pretty sure you one-shot these knights. Yeah, you do. Don't be scared of these knights. Oh, you're using the stop hotkey, but you see how all of your guys fire at different times when you use stop? It's not good. But it's easier to use, but you should get used to using patrol. Oh, man, the Vills are on the wrong side here. He's going to come with the Mangonels. He's being a bit slow. In this situation, I would have sent, like, all my farmers to rush this up. You're going to get this up, though. He's being too slow. He's being too slow. Okay, you're going to get this up. This is good. Mentally scared of the army comp. Yeah, exactly. But you saw how fast that knight fell. You gotta not be scared of these unupgraded knights. That's the thing. Whoa, he has all of his production here. Crazy. It's like forward, but not really forward. He's got a farm TC coming down. All right. It's okay. Yeah. Okay, so one thing. Okay, here we go. We got the university. We don't really need the monastery here, but university's good. If you are on 1 TC, you need to be attacking. You need to either be defending an all-in or you need to be attacking. If you're on 1 TC, you can't just sit back. So what you can do is go up to Imperial Age, though, which is what looks like you're actually set up for Imperial Age. If yeah, you can just go up, actually, and make Arb. That's a sick play. Is it better to use stop versus people who dodge ballistics? Yeah, that could be good. Stop command is good for hand cannoneers to make them attack at different times. It could be good for making your mangon, like say that you have 3 mangonels, you could get them all to attack at different times if you use stop. There are a few instances where you do want them to attack at different times, but not when you're cutting back knights with crossbowmen. Okay. There we go. So yeah, Imperial Age. Okay. So the mentality that you have to have when you're going Imperial Age, especially a fast Imperial Age like this, is don't lose your units until you get upgrades. So I don't think you want to make a tech switch here because Arbalest will kill everything that he has. You don't need pikemen because Arbalest kill everything. So you wanted to save your resources for more Arbalest upgrades. You want to have Arb, you want to have Bracer, and you want to have Chemistry. Those 3 things. And you also need Treb production. So going for pikemen is taking resources that you don't... You actually don't have these resources. Like, you have them now, but you need to be banking resources for all these things. See, now we're adding a TC, but the play, if you're going to go fast imp, is to go all-in attack monkey mode. You got to go aggressive here. So, adding a TC is like... If you're going to get a TC, at least use it to secure a forward gold. Control this gold with a TC, control this gold with a TC. But you already have a mining camp here, so this TC, there's no reason to place it here. Okay. So yeah, we don't have enough gold. That's the thing. So would have been great to just get some Vills out on the outer golds. You're playing a little bit too scared here. That's your problem. And your opponent is just out booming because you were only 1 TC for so long. So the only way that you can really do anything here is to go aggressive here. Oh, conscription though. Okay, yeah, no, cancel conscription. At least get Trebs, but the main thing is upgrading these crossbowmen. So you don't have a market still, which is fine. Thumb ring, okay, that could have come in earlier, but it's fine. Okay, you might be able to kill this. You don't notice it yet. Oh, you see it now. Okay, you might be able to deny this. He doesn't have enough Vills on it. Ooh. Yeah, you got to be careful. Once you get Bracer, you outrange the Mangonels, though. So Bracer's a very key upgrade here. Well, you're going to be able to kill this castle with your Trebs anyway, so there's no point in forcing the issue. It's whatever. Yeah. Here we go. Bracer would have ended the game. Yeah, Bracer would have been good. We need to get Bracer. We need to get Chemistry. We need to get Arbalest upgrade. And then you crush. You don't need pikemen. You just need full upgrade. You were committed to the crossbowman upgrade in Castle Age. That was good. You could have used your units a little bit more, but you had the right idea in Castle Age. Just commit to 1 unit. Crossbowman. And then if you fully upgraded crossbowman, at that point you can start adding in another unit. You went right into it. Oh, he doesn't have upgrades still, but you don't have... Do you have ballistics? Look at how fast these things die. You don't have ballistics though. Ay. Ballistics is so key here. Bracer's far more important. Yeah. Arbalest does, it gives you +1 damage and I believe +5 HP. Bracer gives you +1 damage and +1 range, which is so much stronger. Bracer before Arbs. Yeah. Bracer is the first thing you get. And then either Arb or Chemistry. Chemistry is good to get started because it takes so long to build. Missing Ballistics is huge here, though. Ballistics is huge. I think you're trying to do too many things now. You're getting too caught up on the fact that he has Knights. His Knights are not very strong, so the Pikeman upgrade, not going to be useful here. Okay, so now you're going to run into gold issues. Arb gives +5 accuracy too. Yeah, okay. Thumb Ring gives 100% accuracy, so it doesn't even matter. Arb doesn't make you attack faster. Okay, so yeah. You are going to run out of gold, and that's going to be a problem. Mangonel? We don't need a Mangonel. We just need to go make other upgrades and go attack. If you had 3 Trebs right here and fully upgraded Arbs, you would be steamrolling. He doesn't really have upgrades. That's his problem. He doesn't have upgrades on these, doesn't have upgrades on these. He just has a lot, but if you have better upgraded, like super high tech, you will kill all. This is absolutely a must-have versus the Cav. It's actually more important against ranged units. Cav, they have to die, like, they have to be attacking you, so if the Cav are going to be attacking your Arbs, you almost would rather have Thumb Ring a lot of the time. Obviously, at this stage, you should have both, but if you're prioritizing in Castle Age, Thumb Ring or Ballistics, Thumb Ring if the Cav is just charging at you, because you don't need to, you're not going to miss anything anyways. Okay, let's see the fight. See the fight? These Mangonels, this is the key. Red's Mangonels. Whatever Red's Mangonels does, that's what changes the fight. If they can get a big bada boom. Now you, come on, kill. Okay, so you do 8 damage. He has 6 pierce. You just target down the Mangonels. Just kill the Mangonels. There we go. You just killed them in 2 hits. Oh man, that thing died. This is what T90 says. Don't trickle Trebs. Let's wait for 3 Trebs and then go. We're going with just 1 at a time. I think your main issue is just not full-on committing to these Arbs. So, we're still missing key upgrades, especially Ballistics. That's the main thing. Pikes were to take out Mangas and Knights, but they're useless. Yeah, exactly. Now you know, though. So, it's good to try different things, but now you can see. Now you can see that the Pikes, they're just not really going to do anything if he has these Crossbowmen. Better to invest those resources into getting better upgrades on the Arbs. And the Arbs will kill all. The problem is that the opponent is... his boom is a little bit better. Although he did stop, you ended up getting a lot of Vils here. And the fact that you're going to this gold, that's nice. But how are you going to secure this gold? Gotta get some Trebs out and shoot that down. Oh, can't go under the castle, though. So, yeah. Castle here, okay. Protects this side. Would have liked to have seen it just even on this hill. Maybe here. It's on a hill, but there's a higher hill here, though. So, whenever you're placing a castle, just take a quick look. Is there a higher hill that he can put Trebs on? If so, move it a little further back. Or try and take that hill yourself. But if you place it here, he can get Trebs here, and they'll just destroy. Okay. Oh, boy. That's a lot on gold. That is a lot on 1 gold mine. Less villagers would be bringing in more gold. They're just bumping. What about War Wagon? At this point, he's already committed to Arbs. There's no reason to make it too crazy. We just commit on the Arbs. Gotta get the siege out. Gotta finish up the upgrades. How does a higher hill make a difference? Okay, so yeah. Units on higher ground do 25% more damage. Units on lower ground do 25% less damage. So, basically, like... you're just, you're doing less damage and you're taking more damage. Like, 2 things. Score difference was growing. Yeah. Which is not a big deal, though. I think at this level, there's always room for a comeback. So, yeah, Bracer, Handcart, good. You just think, what upgrades am I missing? What do I need to get? Ballistics is so key, though. I think we still don't have it, right? Oh, no, we got it. Okay, good. Okay. You should be able to take an okay fight, then. Depends on what he's making. Looks like he's still making some Knights. He's making Arb and Knight. Okay, well, pure Arb should beat Arb and Knight from Ethiopians. Just because, since he's investing resources into Knights, that means he's going to have less Arbs. There we go. This castle, okay, it could stop raids. It's okay, but you know, you could expand to like this hill or something. You don't have the greatest scouting though. Oh, he has a castle here. He made a low ground castle too. If you get Trebs up here, you kill that. But even a castle back here is okay. And then you could start making farms out here. Not a bad idea. Chemistry's coming in. We got Bracer. Okay, you're gonna be fully upgraded here in a sec. I don't think you need to make a tech switch here though. I think you just need to make siege. Yeah, this castle, it's not really horrible though. It protects the farms. It's really not horrible. I've seen a lot worse from a lot higher level players. So anyways, it's fine. But yeah, Trebs. Trebs or Bombard Cannon. Bombard Cannons would be sick here. You have 2 siege workshops. Bombard Cannon kills everything that he has, except for the knights, but then you have Arbs for that. Bombard Cannon even helps against the Arbs of him. Oh, he's got no upgrades here. So yeah, Trebs are coming in, but we need a whole lot more than that. And I like that you're still queuing Vills, because you're not quite fully boomed. Don't stop creating Vills until you're like 110 to 130 in pretty much all situations. Yeah, it's just a little too many on that. You're going to be really, really having some gold problems here in a sec. If you can't retake this gold, you're going to have some real gold problems here. Okay, you only do 1 damage per hit with these, though, so it's not really super effective. Yeah. Oh, you're killing some guys. I guess he had some weak ones in there. Dang, these war wagons are... killed like 3 guys. That's not bad. Okay. Fully upgraded Arbs do 2 damage to packed Trebs, by the way. They have 8 pierce. We're doing 10 damage. So if he's packed, you're doing 2 damage per hit. So Arbs can actually kill him while he's packed. It's pretty good. Okay. Nice. Okay, 3 Trebs. This is the minimum. 3 or 4 Trebs. You go with 3 or 4 Trebs, then you get the castle. He has Vills to repair. Oh, he still doesn't have Loom. Okay, let's see it. Okay, so Onager, okay. It's not bad, you could wait for it. Barracks, I guess you're gonna be adding more pikes. Yeah, the thing is Ethiopian Cavalier are kind of bad, and he also doesn't really have any upgrades. So this is one thing you definitely want to get into the habit of. Click the opponent's units. If he doesn't have upgrades, you will kill all. You will kill all. Looks like he's getting ready to place another castle forward. That's actually good. If he places a castle up here, you just treb it down for free. So what is his plan? This is the calm before the storm here. Both players, they're posturing. We're getting ready to attack. The tension's building. Did honor just because of his onagers. Yeah, in this situation, when you have access to bombard cannons, just go for bombard cannons. They're just better. Because they have much longer range, and you just snipe them. Onager is fine, I guess. Especially Korean onagers. If you get Shink Chong, you're going to be able to get the extra range. So that's pretty good. Okay, nice. Let's get those traps working on this castle now. Although you don't have siege engineers yet. That's another pretty big one. Oh, bombard cannon coming in. Nice. Okay. When will we fight? Big battle. Let's go. He's deploying. Oh man, he's gonna snipe he's gonna snipe the onagers. Uh-oh. Ooh. Oh, 2 misses. Oh, he got one though. Oh, kill this castle. Let's go. Let's go. No, 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 no. Come on, shoot the castle. This is a free castle. He's gifting you a castle. Come on, do it. Click it. Payback time. Nice. But we need to get those trebs working here. Ay, ay, ay. This is where you just patrol everything in and it's fine. Patrol everything in. Try and get rid of this onager, but just patrol everything in. Just don't overthink things. Just go. Just do it. There we go. I think you're trying to micro too much here. There we go. Okay. Nice, nice. This onager. Oh, just watch for big bada booms. Just nice. Sick play. Okay. If you can kill this. Yep. Oh, that's unfortunate. Ooh, oh, wow, he missed actually. Carnage. I don't know who's gonna win this fight. This onager could change things. This onager could really change things. Ooh, shoot it, shoot it. No, shoot the onager. Ooh, big bada boom. Oh, but, well, you did one to him too. Okay, this is okay. Both players just destroyed each other. All right. Both players just destroyed each other. That's okay. But as I said, this is where the gold is out. And what are you gonna do? You have no gold. You have to get a market out and sell that wood. Oh, you have a market. What's the market prices? I clicked the wrong one. Oh, it's already bottomed out. Uh-oh. So how are you gonna get out Trebs here? This is where the gold really matters. So the fact that he controls this gold with like 4 castles, how are you gonna retake this? How are you gonna take this gold? It's gonna be really tough. So this Treb and these Arbs are your lifeline. Like if you lose these, you will never replace these units. So you have to keep them alive. You can't even repair, you don't have enough gold. At least you have 1 relic. At least you have 1 relic, that's fine. Taking some more relics is good. That's another thing. You can take relics. For when you run out of gold, if you take the relics early, you will never really be out of gold. That's how I'm good at the late game, is I take the relics too. Okay. Oh man, we're getting a little bit too forward with some of our units here though. Okay. I'd love to see siege engineers, but I don't think you are gonna get it. It's one of those upgrades you gotta know about. So siege engineers increases your damage output against buildings, and it also gives you +1 range. More importantly, gives you +1 range. +1 range is huge. Cavalry raid, scout cav raids with low upgrades, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. You could get some helps to clean those up, actually. Oh boy. Oh, while he's focused over here, you're killing all of his siege. This is sick. Nice. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't lose it to the castle. Oh, man. Bombard cannons are so expensive, though. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, so this is where you start adding in skirms. This is where you start adding in skirms. All of your gold needs to be spent on siege. You can't afford to make any gold units, so these war wagons that you're making, better to make siege. Because war wagons, what are the war wagons for? They're tanky against arrow fire. Skirms do that. Maybe not as well, but skirms also don't cost any gold. So here we go. Scouts are coming in. They're gonna take that out. Oh, big bada boom. Yeah, I like, no, you gotta commit. If you're gonna commit to the onager kill, you gotta full commit. You can't half commit. You just gotta kill it. Oh, GG bada boom. GG's. You made a lot of mistakes, obviously. Both players were making a lot of mistakes, but hopefully what I talked about made some sense here. In the late game, he controlled your gold. You would have been able to push a little bit more if you had this gold. So, being aware that you have a forward gold here, securing it, maybe you need your own castle up here. If you can secure all of your golds, then you're gonna have enough. But your opponent, he ended up having gold for longer. He still has lots of gold, and then he has access to your gold too. So even if you can push this army back, he can replace his gold units for longer. Yeah. Oh yeah. The upgrades. That was a big thing. Early imp. If you're gonna go for a faster imp, you gotta get all the ARB upgrades. And this stems from you want to finish one upgrade line first. So say that you're going Knights in Castle Age. You want to get Bloodlines, you want to get Husbandry, you want to get at least Forging, you want to get +2 armor when you're up against Crossbowmen before you add in another unit. You don't want to just make like 10 Knights and then not even get any upgrades and then try and add in like Pikemen or something. You got to finish or at least get a lot of upgrades on your units and then think about adding something else in. So don't invest resources into another unit line until you've kind of finished the initial unit line that you're making. Obviously, this thinking isn't always correct, but in general, that's how you want to do it. Oh, we got Taser in the background too. Nice. Let's see what else. So your main issue is still keeping the TC running though. Yeah, I'm gonna play a game after this, I think. If you keep your TC running, you'll be at least 1,000 elo for sure, though. That's like free elo. That's just if you play more games against AI, just like low stress situation, just work on no idle TC or at least not very much idle TC. And then once you get to the point where that's automatic, that's free elo. You don't even have to think about that. It's just like, that's just mechanical skill. So anyways, let's go back. GG's.